Hey. Hello, hello, hello. Caterina. Welcome back for a investigation. See, how the hell are we gonna go forward from here? So, yeah. What do I have for announcements? Oh, same as always. About Christmas. December Christmas, December 19th to 21st. At some point next week, because like I said, I'm working 10. If you didn't see on Twitter, I'm working 10s next week. So that's when streams go, oh no, we don't know if we're going to get or not. So, sorry, still have the cold, but the words of alternate cold is just fine. I am definitely getting better. That's the first time I said that, and I didn't just immediately start coughing. Unlike that time. But I'm also sucking on a cough drop. So I'm being a little smarter than I have been recently. I actually need to go buy more cough drops tomorrow. Below. But that's something for after work. So, and am I going to be streaming anything tomorrow? No. Probably not. How so, let's just jump into the game. Oh, I should turn that down. That was loud in my ear. And part 2. March 15th to 11 a.m. Theatre Natural is Lobby Home 2. Can't believe it, sir. Extraordinary. Yes, there's nothing we can really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice. I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on it. I know. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sorry to skip out on you, but I got some business to take care of. Oh, he'll be back. Even if we can't give up, giving evil guy like him a slap in the wrist. Then what the heck are the laws created for? What good are they? If the laws can't help us, then I'll go as the gasser and take care of this myself. Don't you dare. Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, that was a bit harsh. I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. So to Valia we go! Master Papanoli, well, you also love your country, right? I feel like I've been slapped across the face. It's for just doing my job. What are you gonna do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack? Come on, everyone! We can't give up yet. Hey. I want you to think about this for a second. We never let up, even for a second. And as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here. She's right! Come on, Mr. Edgeworth! You're right, hey? Very well. Let us reopen the investigation and see what we can find. Come on, Kay. Right behind you. Okay, then. I'll go check out Valley Hub a bit more, sir. And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabama. Now then, before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Ambassador Bella seemed agitated over something. Wonder why. There's two special circumstances surrounding the ambassador. First, the ambassador itself has actionorial rights. If something happens on Alsalian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him. Cool! Sounds like emissaries are the perfect place to steal whatever you want! And murder to mask too, and run a smuggling operation, and make counterfeit bills apparently. I thought all the counterfeit was done by Mr. Coachman in Balia. Yes, apparently he used the emissary coupon printing press to do it. But it's the same story over there anyway. Balia also has some extraordinary rights. Brings me to my next point. The ambassador's extraordinary rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country. Really? No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our court. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here. So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we? We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either of his special rights. Yes? Okay, about this piece of evidence. Huh? May I? Really have it? They're yours, after all. But you know, as the Asagaster, it'd be bad if I couldn't get this by myself. Sorry, but I had no intention to give you this piece of evidence. But I really do. Oh, really? I guess I misunderstood. I felt like I had a very similar conversation with someone else before. Uncle Ben entrusted you with this piece of evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. I think he believes that you're the one who will finally bring the truth to light. And I believe in you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. I'm gonna look at this logic I have right now. Let's do an investigation so that we can. We've come too far to give up. We must expose Ambassador Bella's misdeeds, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, of course. And we gotta find a way to steal the truth and get it out of there. For my father's sake. Yes, and we will. There's a reason Ambassador There's a reason for Ambassador Bella's nervousness. It must still be somewhere here. Furthermore, I need to pin down exactly what happened in here. I'll start by thoroughly examining this room for any information I can get. Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't pay attention, Ambassador Bala is gonna get away. Yes, I know. Now hurry up and do that swoosh, swoosh thing that you always do. I have no idea what you're talking about. But you don't? Oh, come on, you know this. What I'm talking about? This thing you do. You mean point my finger and yell objection? That's any lawyer ever. Are you talking about logic? Yes, that's it. So hurry up and let's swoosh. Switching. Alright. Alright. To be honest, it's just been hard to connect everything up, but till now, I just looking. However, I should be able to piece everything together if I took another look at my leak. Perhaps now is the time to use logic and reason my way out to the truth. Or maybe I do. Sorry, I really thought this cold was better. You can see the Balshi emissary, which is undergoing major renovation. From room expansions to guarding upkeep, it looks like a lot of construction is going on. Mr. Palbanero says that all this work is really hard on him. He says that since Mr. Coachman passed away, that maybe I could work part-time for him. He's out really chumming with the ambassador. What can I say? I just have good nose for money. Hello and welcome to the Ambassador Yavalia. I'm sorry, but we don't really need to enter your country at this time. Right now, for a limited time at the Balshi Emissary, we're offering everyone a special experience the Terrifying Fire Ashes Tour. So how about it? Shall I sign you up? Or fine, think. Have an investigation to run. Followers are sent by the Global Studios. Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They have been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled. Oh, I read about that in the paper the other day. And the mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's his name? You mean Miss Monkey? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. Ha! Never understate my powers of recollection. Why do I imagine just like a push-up of glasses that he doesn't own yet? This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their book Ace's Steel Samurai. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before? I wouldn't rest until I inspected everything, such as the neck and cranny. It seems like the lilies that are at the center of this boutique with an ancient tremolos. Wow, I can totally smell the wonderful fragrance. Okay? It's just a picture. Ah! Look what I know. But it's nice to imagine things once in a while, you know. Where's your sense of empathy? Died like 15 years ago. If you smell the fragrance of flowers from a photo, that's more like hallucination. You don't have to be mean about it. Let's just drop this before it's in full bloom. Habanero has really a great smile, don't you think? I bet he was really happy when they were going to become Clotharia again. perhaps, but instead you became the greatest victim of today's case. An ambassador like him is always thinking of his country is really to be admired. Yeah, although this happened, I hope they'll be able to reunite the country someday. I hope as well, but for that to happen, we need to solve this case first. We need to see it that those who would harm the nuclear area are locked away. And we will! There's that troublemaker standing there in the smack center making two pieces. Wow, the Steel Samurai sees and that even more than the two ambassadors in this picture. Oh hey! The person playing the Steel Samurai is one of your friends, right? We use friend as a very loose term around here. No, I have no idea who he is. Wait, but you just said he! You knew which gender he was, so you must know him, right? I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again. Yes, like I said, we use friend in a very loose term here. It appears to be a bouquet of Perishmees and Sialamians and roses. Wow! You even know the exact species? I never would have figured you were an expert on flowers. It's all because of those flowers that old lady sends me every month. Just look at me. I sound like some sort of botanist. So, what exactly is this yellow flower here? That one. I'm not sure. What? You don't know? As far as I can recall, I have never seen a flower like this one before. But I feel as though I've seen this place somewhere before. I can't believe he was pretending to be a harmless little grandpa. How deceptive! I don't suppose anyone expected him to change that drastically. I bet he's thinking of something evil behind that cheery smile. Okay, please try to remain calm and focused here and now. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got all worked up there. Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if you keep investigating. Nope. Hey! The pit! Nope. Let's look at the evidence some more. I even have a piece of evidence then? Wait a second. Like, I get it. It's the knife. Valiant's national symbol is the butterfly, and Alabastus is flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a stick, hide a tree in a forest trick. What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? The handle on this knife. Ah! Yes, it is the handle that was supposed to be the blade. That killed Mr. Chris. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Atrium Neutralis. It's a very good peak. Ambassador Bella was carrying it. The flower remote. It looks like one of those flower petals is missing. Oh, and take a look at this weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal. Then the knife on this photo is most definitely the same as his murder weapon. Alright. Wait. Give me risky. Whoa! Something did come of it. We know that the counterfeit bills were printed using the emissary press, but if the necessary materials, such as Balinese ink and paper, must have been hidden in a secure location. But what do you think would have happened if the reservations begun? Well, he probably had to find a better hiding space or get rid of it all. Right, so we can assume that the reservation was the cause of the plate and bill's disposal. And the reason Mr. Coachman was killed was as the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, what do you think is the one to gain? It's the only person who has been erasing evidence of all the smuggling operation. From both emissaries, the co-conspirator who is mopping up, Ambassador Abala. Ambassador Abala had very strong motives to kill Coachman. And then this is gonna be, again, a little bit of a risky logic. Oh! Something coming above it! The cause of Ambassador Abalaga's irritation, the rotten treasure we may find. and the motive for killing Mr. Coachman. Miss Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone. That's what I believed her. What he doesn't want us to know is that he killed Coachman too. If we were to take her words at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can be only one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Coachman was killed. Can you mean Ambassador Bala is the real killer? But I thought the two of them were friends. Maybe they were, but what if Mr. Coachman was the one who first betrayed their friendship? Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Coachman pushing really hard for Mr. Palbanero to be an ambassador after the reunification? Yes, and that's the real reason why he wanted to steal the Alabasta's Primarch statue. So Mr. Coachman hired the mask too to go steal it for him. But when Ambassador Abala found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Coachman? It's definitely a possibility at this point. Those two really are thinking no one but themselves. The question is, how did he do it? Ambassador Abala was an Alabast, but Mr. Coachman's body was discovered in Balia, right? Right, and that's what we must solve next. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Bala was so nervous and agitated, but it must have been something to do with where Mr. Coachman was killed. A place where the Alabastian ambassador was likely to meet the Balashis and Mr. Coachman. The place where Ambassador Bala happened to committed the murder is right here in the Citrum Neutralis? Because the only place that makes sense here is here at the Citrum Neutralis. What? Here? The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So the only place that the both of them would have been here. But if that's the case, then everything changes. The cedar isn't actually Alabastian land. That wipes out one of the extraordinary rights they had. It makes logical sense, in which case it's a reason for us to investigate further. So what should we check out? Let's see. I believe we should check out the immigration records for both Alabase and Balia post-haste. Balia's records should be easy to obtain. However, the problem will be Alabase. I wonder if they would allow us to see the records, despite the order to back. Okay. I'm already on one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth. Francesca! I have here the security footage from both the Alabas and Balia. You would do well to take a look at its contents. You move fast. Von Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It's not my nature to keep treating like this. I took the liberty of looking into Balia's investigations reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuse to back down or say we can't solve this case. I'm sorry about her. He won't be beat. Because my cute little subordinate's going to try his best, isn't he? Can we stop with that? Hasn't you patronized me enough already for a lifetime? So this video contains footage from Alabas's immigration screening area. I really hope there's something in here that we can use. What minute should I examine the footage? Probably 22, because that's when Abalia was there. I can't believe how completely fooled I was by the way he carried himself. Dude was a professional. Like, he fooled me. Until I thought more logically about it, that is. Ha, he fooled me too. According to the files I had sent for earlier, Ambassador Bella was a Quillian hero. He saved the royal family from danger countless times. So what bothers me is why would a man like that create a smuggling ring? Even with all the authority I still haven't been able to figure out why. It sounds like the ambassador who was a hero was corrupted by evil. No matter what happened in the past, we can't let this man escape justice. man is the investigation officer who was on duty. He's making the exact same scary face he was making a minute ago. Wait, is it just me or is he blushing? It appears that he gets flustered around the ambassador. I guess the ambassador is well respected inside Alabasta too. You could say that. The guard doesn't appear to be capable of looking at the ambassador. Those are posters of this country's tourist spots. Though most are of Waterland. I wonder if Alabastans in general like theme parks at all. The guards who stop you at Gatewaterland are a number of times apparently. I guess they don't have a theme park in Alabasta, huh? The door leading to the sea trim. It's the door leading to the sea trim after all. The more the guys try to keep me out, the more I want to go and get in. It's human nature. But I guess I can't complain too much. I did get let inside in the end. At least nothing seems out of the ordinary with the door. Which minute footage should I examine? Oh, fuck. This wouldn't. On the outside, you may look like a steel samurai, but on the inside, just Larry. Other than the fact that it's good for nothing. Other than the fact that it's good for nothing, nothing seems out of the order. Wait, you know as well as anything that can happen. Wait, you know as well as I that anything can happen in peas and balls. You're not suggesting that someone else could be under that mask, are you? No, I don't think that. But just before he entered there, he gave me an autograph. So I'm certain it's Larry under there. Doesn't something about this lump shape strike you as odd? Huh? Isn't it supposed to just be this shape? No, there's clearly something odd about the bowl. If only we had the push cart itself, then we could compare and confirm my hunch. Next, let's check the footage of the Valia's security camera. I hope it shows us something good. Phooey. There wasn't a single suspicious person or anything. That's right. There's a contradiction. Huh? Did I miss something? You didn't miss anything. Because there's nothing to miss. However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Coachman entering his own country. But wasn't his body found in Balia? It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. Nailed it. Master Bala. I thought I asked for you and your group to vacate the premises, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I thought I should let you know that this theater sits on my country's soil. You had your fun, and I enjoyed our little game. I dare say that you even achieved the new high score. However, once you have recorded the score, the same game can never be replayed again. I beg to differ. Because we are going to be playing it for the third time. Turnabout goodbyes, and then a couple weeks later for the second time, turnabout. I mean, to be fair. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game is done, and it's game over. Objection! I don't believe in the words game over. I believe in fast forward button. No. Where do you think you're going at this time of night? After admitting to my crime, I was overcome with regret. So I'm heading to the airport now to return home. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There's still too many issues we need to discuss. You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it. Objection, Ambassador. I have a way that I can touch the untouchable. Or I could say I'm stopping the unstoppable. Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador? Ambassador Pabanero. Even just a teensy bit is fine with me. I have the already strained relationship between our countries is in a precious situation, you know. Very well. If you insist, I will play just one more round with them and see what they want. Not that they will get any further. Father. Ambassador Pabanero. Mr. Edgeworth, all I wish is for the normalizations of the relationship between our two countries. If there's one person standing in there's one person standing in the way of that dream. I believe in you. You'll do what's right. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Now, Zach, what is it you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch after all. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to limit you to just one question. That's more than enough, because I only have one question anyway. I want to hear your alibi of how you couldn't have killed killed Manny Coachman. Oh, I see. You seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun. This is really the last chance we have to bring him down. I won't even let an atom-sized contradiction to slip by. Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being put under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Coachman and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was in Alabasta the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to kill him in Valia. That's my alibi. So that's your alibi. That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Valia. Now that we cleared that up, I'd appreciate if you would move out of my way. I said hold it! What is it? I thought I told you I'd allow only one question. Yeah, but I want a rebuttal. You did. But you still haven't really answered my one question. What? Until you tell us the truth, I refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing. Very well. I'll play with you just a little longer. Oh, yes, Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors, you are forbidden to lose. Of course, that's something I understood from the start. That guy's one who ordered my father killed, isn't he? Yes, I believe so. The goal of the first Yasser was the capture of the smuggling ring's leader. My father, Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on through me. Well, at least she's not. At least she's gonna stay up with 2/3. At least she has a good relationship with 2/3 of the Africans. So that's why we just have to gotta catch him, okay? We will, I promise. Now, Master Bala, let's have the truth now, shall we? No matter how many times you ask, my answer still remains the same.
Hold it!
Being the leader of a smuggling ring while taking on the duties of ambassadorship. Don't you think that the combination is more than enough reason for suspicion? Then there's the matter of the crossbow arrow and the Premex's statue. Hey, that's my line. All of that is nothing more than flights of your fancy. What do you mean by that? Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. President and I were smuggling. struggling. It's not a hypothesis. Earlier, we proved it to be what happened. Ha 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 ha. Well, let's leave that to one side. Because it doesn't change the fact that I had no motive. Oh, so you really had no reason to kill Mr. Coachman? If you wanted to suppose I had one, then why not? I indulged. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game. Even that's how you see things. I'd appreciate it if you'd take me seriously. I'm sorry. I suppose you are a bit in a pickle. Very well. A game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I had no motive to kill. Let's see if you can disprove it. How can he stand there looking so proud when he knows he killed another human being? Or two human beings? Well, I'm not going to stand here and just stand by and watch him get away with his crime. In that case, what motive do I have to kill my co-conspirator?
Hold it!
Are you seriously that just because you were partners that you had no motive to kill? I only am following your hypothetical scenario to its logical conclusion. Looks like he's not going to admit it to himself that his entire leaks with Mr. Coachman. I suppose not. But I do know his relationship with smuggling and Mr. Coachman. You mean he's the ringleader that Mr. Coachman was his subordinate, right? Correct, but I know more than just that. Miss Von Karma, I'm sure you remember the safe in Mr. Coachman's office, right? Yes. The safe had two compartments to it, didn't it? Yes, and why don't you think those stolen goods were being stored in Mr. Coachman's office? Could it be because he was trying to cheat Ambassador Bala behind his back? So Mr. Coachman didn't turn the goods over, but instead of keeping them for himself. I suppose that's a possibility. It seems to me that both men were only concerned with their own wealth and well-being. Then that means maybe they didn't trust each other and have a trusting relationship after all. When Ambassador Bala had the game, I believe that's his motive in killing Coach. What are you people whispering about? Put yourself over there. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Now let's continue with your testimony.
Hold it!
And what exactly did you do while you were in Alabama? I had a meeting with the Steel Samurai, and then I arranged a few files. Around that time, that thief who was sneaking ink took me by surprise.
Objection!
What are you saying that it was the Master 2 that made the first move? Yes, and after that, I was attacked, and I was hit him on the head with a permanent statue. Unfortunately, he died from the blow, but it was an act of justified self-defense.
Objection!
Calling it that doesn't cover up what you really did. Ha 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 ha. Cover up? No, my boy, I'm not covering up anything. I'm telling the truth. You weren't planning to admit it, which is why you tried to frame the Steel Samurai. If you weren't an ambassador, I'd be letting my whip fly loose on you right now. I'm terribly sorry that I didn't clear up the body better, but I'm a busy man. I had the speech to give in the Rose Garden after that, you know.
Objection!
Yeah, despite that, you still had time to kill Mr. Coachman, didn't you?
Objection!
Man is evil, and I'm sure you're familiar with the facts, but Mr. Coachman was killed in Valia while I was all the way in Alabama. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Valia. That's so You insist that it's not possible for you to kill Mr. Coachman in Valia. And you are correct. Oh, I thought you would put a bit more fight. But if you concede to me. The only thing I'm conceding is that it's not possible for you to kill him in Valia. I'm not conceding that your alibi is the truth. Oh, I see. However, no matter how you try, know that you cannot crush my alibi. You would be wise not to underestimate a prosecutor of this country. We'll see about that. So Mr. Cushman was a friend of Ambassador Avella. That's true. Why did the ambassador kill him? It's not like in the case of my father where he ordered someone to do it. The problem we have here is we don't know what their relationship was. Indeed, if they had complete trust in each other, then there is no motive for murder. However, both men were very selfish, and I believe that is where his motives arose. This might be a bit of a stretch. Wait. Yeah!
Objection!
If you want to know, I believe he did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Cushman had betrayed you. But you had your own reasons too. Namely that you wanted to pin smuggling all on him. Evil begets evil, and because you were trying to test each other, it turned into this.
Objection!
I don't believe that. You have a bad pre-chin for telling tall tales. Hey, that's Lane's nickname for me. And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument. Of course I have evidence. I wouldn't bring something up like that if I didn't have evidence. I never used guesswork in moving in my cases forward. It has been proven that this note was written by Mr. Cushman. Shall we take a look at it? The contents of this note is a request calling to the staff of the Abala Supremic statue. By killing him and pushing all the guilt of the smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had more than a few reasons to kill him. Are you finished with your hypothesizing? It's not hypothesizing, it's the goddamn truth, isn't it? Excuse me? I suppose I did have a motive. Or a motive or a thought alone can't kill. Isn't that right? I didn't expect him to resort to playing with the schematic games with me. It appears that this is where the real battle begins. Now then, if you will excuse me. Wait! What? I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question. Yeah. Ambassador Abala, if you could please give us just a little more of your time. It doesn't matter what kind of man Manny was. He was my subordinate. Which is why I would like for us to figure out the real cause of his death. This is something for Balia to figure out, and it's something in which I have no relationship to. Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Pablanero. Very sorry, but it seems that even my voice falls on deaf ears. There's no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Pal. Must find a way to stop him from leaving. Seems that there's no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home. Hold it right there, Ambassador Abala. Okay? Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, The Yatsugatsu legacy will live on through me. Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving? You just leave that to me. Professor Bala, do you recognize this? No, why should I recognize that tattered old organ? Wait, where have I seen that before? That's the clue my father, Brian Faraday, left for us. Did you say Brian Faraday? Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is the one from the second KG8 incident. The one which he wrote about the Yatsugatsu key. Yes, this organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Miss you killed 7 years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. You say that it was related to me. You sure got a nervous sweat when she brought it out. Inside this organizer, he wrote every detail of every evil thing we did. And what an amusing little girl you are. But that sort of trickery won't work on me. If you won't believe me, then take a look at this. Whoa, and what's that toy there? This theory device was once used by the Yatsugatsu, or rather, by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he stuck into this emissary. What? These two pieces of evidence that hold out information, the information the Yatsugatsu dug up on. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabas right behind you. Little girl, get to the point. I want you to go against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand these over 2 pieces of evidence. Yatsugatsu! Even a thorn in my side. Hey, does that organizer really contain any information of his dirty dealings? Nothing case-breaking, really. Then it was just a bluff. Even if it was, we still can't let all the info on my father and Uncle Ben found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those 2 pieces. Aren't there keepsakes for your father? It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end. Well, I am the protagonist of this game, so yes, I will. Okay. When the going gets tough, someone's got to be there to put the wind's back in your sails. After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. I refuse to lose this too. Ambassador Bala, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony. How dare you all, barring a person like me. Just testify, damn it. You wouldn't like me when I don't get my testimonies. Ambassador Bala, your testimony, if you please. All right, but this is the absolute last. Then even if you use all the power of Ambassador Palmera's office, you won't stop me. I can't let this opportunity to take great from me go to waste. The last time I met with Mr. Crispin was here at the Siege of Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabas the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I didn't see Mr. Crispin again after that. So you see, there's no time in this span which I could have killed him, pointed to 3. Now, since you people were practically begging, I will allow you with 2 questions. What an arrogant old man. Yes, but no matter. You can't allow this chance to escape us. I will warn you, though. You've reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with any insane question, and you will be punished. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! I can't just press everything! any needless pressing and presenting will cause more to our case. Oh god! This is where we have save buttons. Because I'm definitely gonna need that. I'm definitely gonna need this. In that case, the only thing you can do is present the correct evidence. Understood? Of course, I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Christmas was killed before he returned to Valia. In which case, there's only one statement I need to present as the evidence. I do! I think I know! But like I said, I have that save point just in case. Wait, do we have? I mean, it makes sense, but do we? I think I understand.
Objection!
It, I think I have the right piece, but wrong evidence. Because he was killed by the knife that was brought in your bouquet.
Objection!
Ha-ha! I'd like you to take a look at this picture. It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? It was to commemorate the restorations of relationship between our nations. Oh, it's commemorative, right? The one that captures the proof I need to show that was you who committed the murder. Come again? This was the knife that killed Mr. Good. I see you recognize it as well as you should, for as it was you who brought it to the cedar. You hid it among the flowers you were to get to the steel sandwich, meaning that you killed Manny Cushman here at the cedar. game over for you, Miss. That's not a ground to stand on, not a junction overruled. But I thank you for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you ordinate, the result will be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again. That's right. This man is an ambassador, and he has extraordinary rights. No matter how hard you chase him, we won't be able to try him in court. Yes, exactly. That's exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless cur. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid farewell. Alright. So is this when Lang jumps back in and be like, call it right there, everyone? The court... Is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end? Yes! Lang! Agent Lang! Ah! Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor. Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon. Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Abala. I'm through playing games with you. You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident in Finland. Sorry, but no, it wouldn't. What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down until I got back. So, Mr. Abala, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked. Hell yeah! Just been revoked! Wait, no, let me do that again. Let me say that line. Your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked. Oh, it smells so good to do that. Oh, yeah, that felt great. What do you mean? Revoked. Spare me this nonsense and let me through. Li Shing said, before aiming for the throat, choose the neck, shield first off. Interpol headquarters and the Imperial House of the Kingdom of Alabas. Took a while to get things rolling, but they're finally moved in on it. The Imperial household. What have you done? You have been revealed as your duty as ambassador, Mr. Abala. What? Huh? What? Effective today, effective right now. And you have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to take for this. The videotape got are protected. You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of Demon philosophy, Lang Si. For 4,000 years of deeply instructed connections and networks around the world have really paid off. It can't be! I don't believe this! My ambassadorship has been revoked. Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing. Woohoo! Looks like he turned the docile again. He probably is in shock from the loss of his shield. What a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him. Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador who brought a knife to a gun. Who brought a knife in a flower bouquet. Do you really think you can still pull that over on us now? You've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Abala. Hey, that's my line. No, won't be stopped now. You're no longer untouchable. So what are you gonna do? Still intends to fight us? And so what if I'm no longer the fast? You still don't have any evidence on me. Objection! The fact remains that you cannot arrest. I expected no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Understood. You said that I killed Mr. Coachman in the theater. But even if that's true, there was a knife on it. Even if it's true that a knife was in my bouquet, I left that bouquet in the theater. So anyone could have taken it out of there and used it, right? Would anyone have known it was a knife, you foolishly fool? Besides, the claim that it was killed here itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Balia? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous. I'll be the one to prove whether it was preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Balia, are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war. And I don't take war lightly. I killed Mr. Coachman in this theater using a knife that was struck into my bouquet. I left that bouquet in the theater. Anyone could have taken the knife from there. Besides, Mr. Coachman's body was covered in Balia, right? There's no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Balia. Look down if you think you had enough fun. Look, don't you think you have enough fun with me? Ha! My fun's only just beginning, you ex-ambassador. You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender to? You have no plans to ever return to this country. Isn't that right? Do you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you? Ha 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 ha! As if I care. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, boot this guy out of the embassy, and we can finally end everything. I know, and we'll give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Is that the title of ambassador? He's just another witness. Yes, just another witness. Francesca, I never would ask of anything from you, but hit that man with your whip, please. He is no longer an ambassador. He's just an average guy now. Okay, he's probably well respected in Alabama, but just hit him with your whip still. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy! Get him good. I wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to this testimony. I'm not here to play around anymore. I'm not here to play games anymore!
Objection!
I'm not here to play games! Okay, I'm actually here to play games, but... Actually, I do believe there is a way to transport the body out of the theater. Perhaps you should give this a look. What is this supposed to be? It's footage from a security camera that captures the state of the immigration area. Should I congratulate you on getting your hands on it? Just letting you know that we were not only able to we're not the only ones watching your every movement. Thank you for the warning. Now, if you could take a good look at this section here. This lump inside the postcard. Do you know what's called? Sing it. Should I? Because I don't. In that case, allow me to enlighten you. This is this cause of the unnatural shape of the postcard. Do I put it in Coachman's body?
Take that!
the meaning of showing me his ass? It's to say that's unnatural, the bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Coachman's body. You had the Steel Samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene. What a guess. But I wonder if you have any evidence to support it. I admit that, for now, it's just a hypothesis. However, if you can't prove it, then I'm afraid I must be on my way. I don't have any more time to play with you people. Sorry it took so long, Mr. Edgeworth. Sir! Gummy? Detective Gumshoe. Is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart? Yes, sir. I found it in the open air or stage area. That's where you went. The detective spirit that Pop left me with. I thought I'd follow my gut and go with it, sir. So, Mr. Edgeworth, is this worth anything to the case? Yes. It just might play a major role in solving this case, detective. Something isn't right. I thought that the entire samurai family was in Alabama. Where exactly in the open air stage area did you find this pushcart? I found it just lying there on the edge of the stage, sir. Oh, well, let's leave that. Well, let's leave that for now and examine the inside, detective. Yes, sir. There's some blood. It's this must be Mr. Coachman's blood. It only goes to prove that Mr. Coachman's body was indeed transported by this pushcart. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Coachman at the theater, then placed his body inside this pushcart. And then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body to you for you. I forced them to move the body into Alabama? Oh, nonsense. Why would I bother to do such a thing? You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabama, meaning it was difficult for you to make a stop in Valia. However, what if you moved the body to Alabama? Because it was your emissary, you could keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. And then you smuggled it out of Alabama. No! If I can show how you moved the body from Alabama to Valia, then I win. But you can't. The security between the two countries is incredibly tight. I'll be the one to judge whether I can or cannot prove it, and I should ask you to provide with testimony regarding your movements after you returned to Alabama. Miles Edgeworth, have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved? To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis of the time. However, I don't believe I made a mistake in my logic up to this point. What do you mean? There's no question that can't be answered, right? The Primax statues was smuggled successfully through between the flights in the air. So why shouldn't there be an answer to how the body was moved? Which means that there must be a logic flaw. There must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit. After I returned to Alabama, I had my picture taken with the Steel Samurai shaking hands. Just then as I was about to start my speech, we got I feared for the national treasure, so I raced back to my office. Is that all? Yes, that's all.
Objection!
It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of Masquerade. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in your office. Those trifling matters. I don't believe I need to speak of those things again. I do hate to waste time. What? Is that every life precious? You really need me to answer that for you. People like you can't be allowed to wonder realize society. No. then you better try hard, because I doubt you'll find a single contradiction. He's really full of himself, isn't he? Yes, he is. How can you be so confident at a time like this? Ha 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 ha. Go ahead. Come, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask whatever you like.
Hold it.
So why only was it the Steel Samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around. The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time, and the doctors recommended that she rest. Wow! So you do have a soft side after all. The pain of a bad hip. I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels. Oh, so you tend to straighten your back as well, huh? But isn't that just because you're normally all hunched over? You didn't need to keep up the act no matter what, I suppose. The point of this is not to discuss my back problems. For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing my speech.
Hold it.
The Atsugatsu was just a trick that you had set up. Ha ha ha! A most amusing joke. And how do you suppose I set it up? If you really want to know, I can explain it in detail for you. You arranged the spotlights in the rose garden so that when you were to take the stage, the audience would see the Atsugatsu's shadow. Oh, that's an interesting tale. Sadly, that had nothing to do with it. What's gonna take you to fess up to anything? Very well then, let's move on into a different one. After the Atsugatsu appeared, what was the state of the rose garden? Everyone took refuge inside the amphitheater. I even helped out with the effort. And then once everyone was inside, well, I feared for the national treasure, so I raced back to my office.
Hold it.
And what happened after you returned to your office? I don't want to keep repeating this, however, upon my return I had spoke of bad luck, bumped into a masked man.
Objection.
And I don't want to keep repeating this either. But his name was the Damask too. Who cares what he was called? By the time he got to the Primarch statue he was supposed to steal, it has already been swapped for the fake. Talk about an unlucky man. Being bludgeoned to death with a fake statue. Miss Karma's really letting her whip lie now. Yeek! I think the scary part is her silence when she's doing it. She must be at the limit of her patience as well. But physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. I can't find a single flaw in his argument. At this rate, I won't be able to prove that he's actually guilty of anything. Are we finished here? Miles Edgeworth! Can you not come up with us how the body was moved to Balia? Sir. Mr. Edgeworth! After even proving so much, is he going to get away with it? No. Is this the end? It appears we made it just in time. It'd be a great honor if we were allowed to be your allies in battle! Evil magistrate, it's time for you to pay! It's the Steel Samurai! Yeah, let's have those guys take their masks off. Yeah, let's not. No, you're mistaken, for I am Steel Samurai Daddy, Merry Man of Neo Tokyo. And this is Pink Princess Mommy. Edgy Poo! See what I have to deal with? Ah! The two people that I wanted to see the least. Larry! What are you two doing here? Hey, way to show your gratitude, Edgy! We just wanted to help, yeesh! I'm gonna get the bad guy with a single thrust of my samurai spear. Go away! How can you be so mean to us, Edgy Poo? All three of us came to lend a hand with this. And this is how you treat us. Well, isn't this grand? I see they managed to find the Aryan infant. Does that really matter right now? Hey! Is it just me, or is the Iron infant completely soaked? Oh yeah, I found him in Valia, but he was in the middle of the pool. Wait a second. Larry, go back to what you just said. Huh? Oh, it appears that we made it. No, not that far back! Something about finding the Iron Infant in Valia. And he found it in the pool. I don't recall there being one in Valia. Oh, that! Well, if I was in Alabasta, I was in Alabasta the whole time. So I had no idea how the Iron Infant would end up in Valia. I thought I had lost him in the Rose Garden. But I guess maybe this cute kid can swim, huh? Wait, what? Larry! You lost the Iron Infant in the Rose Garden? Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure. But I found him in. That's enough, Larry. The Iron Infant that Larry lost managed to move into the country. Furthermore, the Iron Infant was found soaked in the middle of a pool. This is what I've been looking for. Another smuggling route between countries. The key to the route the Iron Infant took is by literal symmetry! Woo! Oh, that's right. The emissary was built with bilateral symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. There's a location I wish you to examine post-haste. It's where I believe the route used to smuggle Mr. Coachman's body was. Does it sound like... Does something like that really exist, sir? The ambassador built on Bella. This is where we need to examine. Right. Here, right? Pond, right? Detective Gumshoe, I would like you to examine this location. You got it, sir. I'm back, sir. Good now, report. Sorry, but there wasn't anything there, sir. What? I was wrong? I'll be back before you know it. It's too late. It doesn't matter now what you do. It's all of a waste of time. You will stay here with us and wait. This is Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth! It's here, sir! There's a reservoir here, just like in the Rose Garden. Just as I suspected. What is it? The two sets of this emissary are mere images of each other, which means that there's also a pool at the corresponding location at the valley seaside. Mr. Coachman's body was moved into Valia through the pool in Alabasta. Avoiding topic with a vague answer like that is unbecoming of a prosecutor. If you don't mind, I would like to see more physical proof if you have any. The Iron Infant is positively soaking in water. What do you think that is? because he was fished out of a pool. Not just any pool. It was the balance cheese one. I think it's pretty obvious that at this point that what must be true. The water reservoirs of the two courtyards are connected. And where is your proof that the two sides are connected? The proof is right there before your eyes. The half-drowned iron infant. What? The blasted doll? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back. Hey. Don't tell me you guys figured everything out without me. We did, thanks to this hero of justice son. Even if he's just a doll, he managed to help foil the villain. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, I don't want to say this, but it's just kind of unlikely that the body just happened to pass through its volume. This guy's a doll. He's so small, so I can't believe it made it, but he has a point. Yes, that's right. I'm glad somebody here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to next suppose that a dead body can swim through a pipe? You see, Mr. Prosecutor, our chase after this man, far from over. Agent Lang. Why is he helping Mr. Bala now? He's not. You realize the flaw in my argument is helping to move the logic along. In which case, I should return to the phaser and find an answer. And another thing, Mr. Kurtzman's body was found in his office in Bali. So what happened to his body after it was transported to the open air state? Mr. Bala had an accomplice in Novalia, remember? You mean Sheena, right? With her there, you can see how it was possible to move the body up to the office. Are you seriously claiming that she ran through the connecting pipe with the body? He's right. Miss Sheena would drown if she did that. It's hard to imagine that she swam through the connecting pipe. It looks like your hypothesis the body was moved is still only half baked. In the end, it's all just a befuddled musing of an accusatory man. Now then, I believe you should give up and allow me a pass. Because from the start, there's no feasible method of transporting the body. What? Mr. Prosecutor, recall Sheena's movement. What's happening in the emissary around the time Sheena was in Batalia? Oh, if there's only a way to get rid of the water in the pool. Get rid of the water? Ha! That's it! Now I believe this time you really are done, right? Unfortunately for you, it's far from over, Mr. Abala. You are a most persistent man. Are you saying that you have thought of a way to move the body through the water? Move the body through the water? Now that's completely unrelated to how it was done. Excuse me? The reason I said that is because there wasn't any water there at the time. What do you mean there wasn't any water? That's what it sounds like. Tonight's events made it possible. What is the meaning of this? What's that supposed to prove? Yes, what is this supposed to be detected up to? Me? I have no idea, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, that question is directed at you. Yeah! It appears that I was presented the wrong piece of evidence. But it would seem that you didn't hear me just now. Let's try again, shall we? Alright, and I'll prove it to you with this evidence. Tonight's events made it possible to train the water, allowing the body to be moved. Wait, the fires! Tonight, the Asagassers set fire to various locations in the embassy. In order to put out the fires, much of the reservoir water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoir water level went down. Enough the water was drained, connecting the connecting pipe would have used to transfer first the border. So what? The water level went down. The reservoirs were connected. Does any of that matter? You can't prove any of this. Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now. Even in game, there is a critical game-changing moment. Yeah, it's right now. A moment in which you hit a wall that you must overcome in order to beat the game. Yeah, that's right fucking now. I haven't lost yet. I found the route you used to smuggle the body, and the route that will lead to your defeat. Even if all that water was used during the fighting efforts, you still can't really call that smuggling. I know that. Should have figured out that you would have noticed. Hey, Mr. Bala, how deep are those pools anyways? I'll have you know these pools are extremely deep, and there is no ladders or footholdings along the walls either. It would be difficult for Sheena to hold the body and climb up out of the pool. Ladders or footholds along the walls. There was no need for such thing. What do you mean? If one were to use a certain something, they would go up or down in the pool at will. Oh, it looks like you've got an answer already. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? Enlighten us already. The way with the body where you press them. The way to control the water level, but that could be the way the body was moved. That would be the fountain sprouts, right? Mr. Bala used the fountain sprouts in manner of speaking. He used the fountain sprouts? How so? The water level in the pools can be controlled by opening and closing the sprout out. Miss Gina and the bodies were lifted upwards by their buoyancy in water. The fire on the Balashi side and the firefighting effort. They were set in motion all for the sake of smuggling Mr. Kurtzman's body. Shall I show you where the final destination of my train of logic leads? First, Mr. Abala closed the fountain spouts in advance in preparation for the thing to come. Then he took the pushcart that was brought over to the rose garden and pushed it along with the iron infant and Mr. Kurtzman's body into the pool. At this time, Miss Gina was busy starting the first fire in Balia. Then she made an open air stage pool to wait for the firefighting efforts to begin. When the firefighters used all the waters in the pool, the water levels went down. And by the time the first fire was put out, the pipes between the two pools were exposed. This is when she pushed the cart from Malabas to Bella. And once that was accomplished, Mr. Bala simply opened the fountain spout once more. And the water level rose up to the original level, along with Miss Sheena and the body. After that, Miss Sheena used the pushcart to carry the body up to the Secretariat's office. There was an elevator in the emissary after all, so you see. Even with her small frame, she could easily transport Mr. Kurtzman's body. And that wraps up my thought of explanation of how the body was moved. Yeah! Well, ex-ambassador Bella, what do you think? Not so untouchable without your precious extraordinary rights to protect you, are you? I knew you could do it, Mr. Edgeworth! Way to fight back! You accused me of moving the body across the country line. But when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, you don't have what it takes to indicate me. The nitty-gritty. What does the old man want now? Proof. I believe what he sees. Yes, proof. Without any, who's to say whether or not any of what you said really happened? He wants proof? Well, what are we gonna do no need to worry. I have all the proof we need all along. The body wasn't the only thing to go through the pools connecting the pipes tonight. Just as Detective Gumshoe found the pushcart in the open stage area, so too did I find one other item. And that piece of evidence is what will prove the pools were the smuggling route. This was another thing that was smuggled over to Balias in the open air stay area.
Take that!
And what exactly is this? You have no idea, do you? This little piece that I found on the balance sheet side will be your undoing. A guitar pick. What you can't explain how that's gonna do me in, as it were. Too much to your charging, perhaps. But this is not a guitar pick. What? What? This is something I found at the open air stage, which was transported with the body. I naturally assumed that you would recognize it, since you took a photo with it earlier, after all. But since you didn't allow me to fill you in, what I saw on the stage actually belongs to you.
Take that!
Now let's take a good look at what the murder weapon that was used to kill Manny Koch. On the handle of this knife, it's a beautifully blooming flower. However, it would appear that it's missing a single petal. Now let's see what happens if we try to fit this pick into the open slot. It's a perfect fit! I assume that the petal must have fallen off the flower during Mr. Coachman's murder. And then it was accidentally placed into the pushcart along with Mr. Coachman's body. That's an interesting story. Nothing more.
Objection!
I assure you, it's nothing more than just a story. Because for some odd reason, this flower petal was wet when I found it. It was wet, you say? Yes, and the only place it could have gotten wet is from the open air stage pool. Now I ask you, how did a part of the weapon that was smuggled into the theater wind up in the open air stage area on the balcony side of the embassy? Now, I don't think I need to waste any words explaining this, as this petal explains it all for me. It proves that someone went from the Rose Gardens pools on through into Balia. Impossible! The people of Shingfa have been waiting to see your face to face, Mr. Bala. I'll tell everyone back home we'll be there soon. You should be happy. Why? Why? It's all a little late to be asking that question. You should know from the very beginning. When you took your first life, no matter how many plots you, or how many you try to cover it all up, you can never hide from your crime and what you've done. Because we're here to see to it that justice is served to people like you. You can't call what you've given a perfect argument. Ha! You think I fall for I want perfectness anymore? You know, I don't think this guy is going to ever admit to his wrongdoings, Mr. Edgeworth, because he values himself above all else. People who cannot be negotiated with, or people who refuse to admit when they lost. I don't believe those kinds of people really exist, because everyone breaks eventually. You're right. In that case, I have no choice but to use all the evidence I have. I'll use it all until it breaks under the weight of his crimes. Mr. Abala, I request that you testify once more. This really will be the end of the line. But we'll wait till next time for the finale of Ace Attorney Investigations. Close the game. Thank you all for joining. My voice is very shot, and I'm very sorry about all of that. It's just I'm sick, okay? But I am in the words of a Polish justice, and I'm fine. I need to go get cough drops. That's damn sure. After this, but first we gotta find someone. Do I know who that person is yet? Nope. What's Twitter, not Twitch? My bad. Unfortunately, I don't have anything great tonight. So we're just gonna have to end it. Sorry. But good night. I'll see you guys Saturday for I have to reluctantly learn how to play Edgeworth.